you know, so uncomfortable and it freaking burns. But who really got me excited about this was Wayne Gross. Hello, so this is interesting. I am coming at you guys in my new bathroom. We remodeled a lot of the stuff in our home in the past like month or two. I've been a little bit on a hiatus because of all that and just the holidays and everything. So the first video back for 2023, I wanted to update you guys on my skincare routine. I have not done a skincare routine in quite some time. In fact, it might be over a year that I've done a skincare routine. And I'll be honest, I think it's because I have a perfectionist personality. So when I come at you guys with something like this, I want to share with you guys like all of my favorites. And sometimes when you're testing out beauty products, that's just not how it goes. So I was like, why don't I just share what I've actually been using? I'm gonna share with you guys some stuff I've really been loving and some stuff that I've just kind of been meh about. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Now I am gonna go ahead and, for the most part, demo my skincare routines. My skincare routines meaning my morning and nighttime routine. I'm gonna go ahead and just share with you guys what I do in the morning. So first things first, I do have a dry, very sensitive skin type. I have very sensitive eyes, I get eczema, and so I typically don't wash my face with a cleanser in the morning. I like to use these cleansing puffs and I just, isn't this great? I'm like here at my sink. I take my little cookie puff things and then I just like wipe my skin. The next thing I've been doing is actually something new in my skincare routine. It's actually a new device. It's not a new concept to me, but this device is very exciting and it is the ZIIP device. So if you're not familiar with ZIIP, I actually know that the Kardashians use this, but who really got me excited about this was Wayne Gross. So I basically did grow up like watching him on YouTube and I saw he really liked this, so I was really excited to try it. Yes, these are investments, but if you think about how much money it costs, like go get facials, go get microcurrent facials, go get Botox, all of those types of things, they do add up. And so I just love these kinds of things. So essentially what this is, it's both nanocurrent and microcurrent. I've talked about microcurrent on my YouTube channel before, but microcurrents kind of activate your muscles. It's thought of as like kind of a workout for your muscles, so it helps tone and sculpt the face. What's different about the ZIIP is this also features nanocurrent technology, which I find really exciting because it's slightly smaller than microcurrent, so it goes a little bit deeper into the skin, and it also helps kind of with that cellular, I don't want to say turnover, but it helps with the cellular rate, so encourages things like recovery of the skin. It's going to help stimulate collagen and elastin. So I like that this has a little bit more than just like the microcurrent technology to it. They also have an associated app so you can tailor the treatments you're looking for. I personally will pick like a couple of their shorter treatments and kind of combine them as my own. First things first, my skin is now dry after I have wiped it clean. I use this ZIIP Golden Gel. I know they have a silver gel, but this comes in the kit with the ZIIP device. Usually in the morning, I will sometimes pick something a little bit shorter just because I'm shorter on time in the morning. So I'm just gonna do the primer and start the treatment. Then I'm going to, it's ready to go. So I did one half of my face because I want to show you guys the difference between the two. I love how this makes my skin feel, especially in the morning. It really helps the skin feel more invigorated, like more lively. I don't want to say tingly because that's really not the right word. It's just, my face feels like more engaged. It's a hard thing to kind of explain, but I really like it. I really like that it's intuitive and that it's pretty foolproof, that there's little routines in there that I can follow, so I don't even have to really think about anything. What I'll do after my treatments is, if time allows, I'll leave it on anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes, and then I go back in and I use my little puffs to remove it from my skin because it is a bit of a thicker consistency. I do have a coupon code, so I'm gonna put it here. Definitely take advantage of it. And honestly, I'm getting into that age range where I'm starting to consider like injectables, fillers, Botox, and personally for me, I'd like to put that off as long as possible. So if you are thinking about doing that kind of thing, try something like this first and see if this is going to help with your skin needs. Moving on, I like to use a vitamin C serum in the morning. I have been using this one from Make Prom and I really like this. This is the Radiance Boosting C Capsule Serum. I like this because it does have the encapsulated vitamin C, so it's a little bit more stable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. It is a nice lightweight vitamin C serum, so I find that just a pump usually covers my face, and then I usually go in with another pump and apply it to my neck and my chest. The moisturizer I've been loving is from this brand called Vegreen, which is a newer brand to me. This is the daily moisture cream, and the reason that I really like this is because it has a very limited ingredient list, and for someone who is constantly reading the ingredients, because I do know I am sensitive to certain skincare ingredients, I like that I don't have to spend a lot of time going through the list. And this is a pretty like medium consistency cream, so I don't find that it pills on my skin or anything like that, but it does give my skin, my dry skin, the moisture it needs. Of course, we apply a sun protection. I switch out my sunscreens all the time, but this has been the one that's been in my bathroom and one that I've been using. This is the Barr Centella Asiatica extract plus ceramide NP and sodium hyaluronate. So it is good for sensitive skin types. This has an SPF 50 plus, a PA quadruple plus, and it's very lightweight. It doesn't have any type of white cast to it. And I do apply this onto my skin. Now, since this is a chemical-based sunscreen, I do make sure I apply this at least 15 minutes before I go out into the sun. I walk my dog every morning, so this is a must, and it's a must to let it sit on my skin. And then I usually go in or not usually, I always go in and apply it to my neck and my chest. Alrighty, so that is typically what my morning skincare routine looks like. From here, I will apply makeup. Most of the time I don't. Honestly, I probably wear makeup 2 or 3 times a week. And with that, I don't even wear that much makeup, at least compared to how much makeup I used to wear. I wear a lot less. I probably still wear more than the average person, but for me, it's a lot less. Okay, so that's my morning skincare routine, and now let's go ahead and progress into my nighttime skincare routine. Let's pretend we are Morgan at the nighttime. I do double cleanse still, even though I don't wear makeup on some days. It's really to remove the SPF from my skin. So I have been using an oldie but a goodie. This is the Dear Klairs Gentle Black Fresh Cleansing Oil. It's lightweight, it removes my makeup, it doesn't feel like it sits on my skin, it doesn't take forever to emulsify, so I really like it. I put it on my skin before I hop into the shower so that I have a chance to really work it into my skin. At this point, I really like to give my face a bit of a massage with the oil. Not only is it stimulating for the skin, but it really helps work the makeup or the grime or the SPF out of your skin, which has accumulated all day. This has been a new addition to my skincare routine. I honestly am still kind of forming an opinion on it, and I believe this is a new product from Glow Recipe. This is the Avocado Ceramide Moisture Barrier Cleanser. It's obviously made for the dry skins, people with dry and sensitive skin, because this is their avocado line. The one thing that I'm split on is the consistency of this is very runny, so every time I open this, I feel like it just floods out, and I always get too much, so I have to be very careful with it. But it does foam up a little bit, which I like. I just love the tactile experience of a little bit of a cleanse. So if you can see these. And it does have a little bit of scent to it. I need to double check. I'm pretty sure this was fragrance free. I didn't see it on the list. I'll double check for you guys. I'm not super picky with the cleansers, honestly, because they don't really sit on the skin, so I don't find that they irritate my skin as quickly, but I do practice the skin cycling or skincare cycling routine, which basically means on night 1, you use some form of exfoliant, and night 2, you use a retinol type product, and then for 2 nights after that, you follow up with barrier recovery nights. Since I do have sensitive skin and dry skin, I use very, very gentle exfoliants on my skin. The two that I have been switching in between, I have been trying this Axis PHA Resurfacing Glow Peel. This has a PHA in it at 10%. PHA has a larger molecule, so it doesn't work as deeply into the skin. But since I have dry skin and sensitive skin, I don't find I need that deep of exfoliation, especially because I'm not super acne prone, so I don't produce a ton of oil. So this works really, really well for me. I like that I can kind of leave this on, again, customize it. If I feel like I need a deeper exfoliation, I'll leave it on for the full 10 minutes, and if not, I'll leave it on for like 5 minutes and then wash it off. So I interchange between this guy and this one from AESTURA. This is the ATO Barrier 365 Peeling Gel. It's a very gentle peeling gel. I really like it. It does give you that kind of like tactile experience of feeling the granules roll off the skin, which this is very gentle on the skin, which is why I like it. I don't get that like raw exfoliation experience with either one of these. So yeah, that's done on night 1, followed with pretty much the rest of the skincare products I'm gonna show you. I really love this toner from Real Barrier. This is the Extreme Essence Toner. This stuff is lovely and very, very moisturizing on my dry skin, and since it is hyaluronic acid based, I do like to put it on when my skin is a little damp. And so I usually just kind of like smash it into my skin. And if my skin is feeling particularly dry, I do a couple coats of this or a couple different layers of this. After I've toned my skin, I like to use a bit of a mist. I find that mist delivery on my dry skin really kind of pushes a bit more moisture into my skin since it is a more finely atomized type of product. I've been trying out the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist Hydrate and Glow. I have not tried this long enough to really form an opinion on this, but so far so good. It actually kind of reminds me of some like very high-end Korean skincare brands like Donghyunmi. It kind of has that like ginseng scent to it, but I know there's also a lot of other calming ingredients in this, which is why I like it. And it mists really nicely. Again, I haven't tried it long enough for me to really form a strong opinion about it yet. Now the next step here would actually be my serum step. I have a couple different serums that I've been trying and using. So this is one that I pretty much used up. This is from Axis Y, the Vita Frost Chilling Essence. I didn't really care for this. Even though I did use most of the bottle, I use this basically to help cool down my skin and recover my skin, which is basically overnight. But I don't really feel like it made much of a difference. And honestly, since I have such sensitive skin, switching products in and out takes me a hot minute. So if I have something that's just like fine on my skin and I'm moving other products in and out of my skincare routine, I'll leave it. So I'm not like switching out my toner at the same time and then my serum at the same time and blah, blah, blah. That makes sense. So it was okay. Don't really have an opinion on it. I've been using this one actually since I finished that one, and it's from a brand called P.lab, I want to say. This is a Time Stop Collagen Ampoule. Again, I haven't used it long enough to really form an opinion on it. I like that this is a mushroom-based serum, so that's kind of what was appealing to me at first. Consistency-wise, it is really nice. Kind of has that like, you know, consistency to it. This is where it gets a little tricky if I haven't confused you guys already. At this point, if this was a Tretinoin night, it'd be where I would apply my Tretinoin. Again, I'm not gonna apply it because obviously I've done enough to my skin in this routine already, but I do apply a little bit of this to my skin. I'm still working my skin up to like the amount you're supposed to be using on your skin, but I'm very slow with my skin because I don't want to compromise it. Also, for those of you guys who have eczema out there, you'll feel me on this one. If I have a particularly stubborn eczema spot, I'll use my Protopic, or basically the prescription tacrolimus ointment on my skin. I try not to use this because if you've ever had experience with these types of ointments, they burn and they are so uncomfortable. They do make a big difference, which is why I use them, but they are kind of the last step in my arsenal. I use it where I get eczema, which is typically around my eyes. Yes, I have been to the dermatologist. Yes, I've done the patch test, so I'm working on it, but eczema is also something that runs in my family and I've had it my whole life. I have the 0.03 and the 0.1. I use this around my eyes because it's not a steroid cream, so I don't have to worry about the steroid withdrawal that comes along with using steroids on the skin, especially around the eyes. It does thin the skin. So that one is actually an immunosuppressant cream. that works well for my skin. It just is so uncomfortable and it freaking burns. Next, we move on to my moisturizer. So the moisturizer that I have been really enjoying is also from Real Barrier. This is the Extreme Cream, and I like the thickness of it. I really enjoy this. Works really nice on my dry skin. I use this on like particularly stubbornly dry areas, like my hands sometimes since I wash them so much, and also just like on chapped skin in general. I find this is really good at healing my skin. So I put this on pretty much every night. Doesn't matter what night it is or where I am in my skincare cycle. I apply on a nice heavy moisturizer. And also I didn't grab it because it actually lives by my bedside. On some nights I do use Vaseline around my eyes because I find that my eyes tend to tolerate Vaseline really well. I know a lot of people use Aquaphor on eczema and chapped skin and to just use as like slugging. For some reason, I find Vaseline works better for me than Aquaphor, so I stick to my Vaseline. It's cheaper and I like it better. So anyways, guys, that is my skincare routine, both morning and nighttime, including my treatments, my explanation of how I skincare cycle, my little needs with my sensitive skin and eczema. So I hope this wasn't overly complicated and that it was a good explanation of what I do. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave it in the comment section down below. I'm trying to be better about like answering my comments because it got a little overwhelming at one point, but I want to be better about that for 2023. So I'll keep an eye out on that. And if you guys are curious about picking up the ZIIP or more information on this, again, here's my discount code and links will be down in the description box below for that, as well as all the other products that I've used in this routine, obviously minus the prescription stuff. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, especially in the new year. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!